vision, a great pass from Lance, and a fantastic finish there from Animal.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to School Sports Live and to Cape Town today, where we're at Bishops. I'm Matt Kemp, and I'm joined by Duncan Woods for this first team waterpolo match between the Bishops and SACS teams. There would be under 19s, but a lot of the matrics not playing.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Great to be here today at Bishops. And I think this is going to be a very, very interesting game. A lot of dynamics at play. SACS obviously coming off a few big wins, one in their own tournament, at the SACS tournament recently. Bishops also having a very, very strong year this year. So I think this is going to be an awesome game to be part of.
We caught up with the Bishops coach and captain earlier before the game, and let's see what they had to say about this game today.
Okay, so Bishops is playing SACS today. How's your team versus the SACS team today?
It will be interesting to see, considering we don't have any matrics. So it's always nice to see what this their side will look like. No matrics, youngsters, could be very interesting. Don't have any idea. We'll have to see after the game, I'd say, before we make a call on that.
Wonderful. And tell us about your team today. How are you feeling about them?
We've got a fairly young team, new team, but we've been together for a while. We've played a lot of us played the SACS tournament last year because we only lost 3 matrics, unlike SACS who lost 7. So we've spent a long time together, so we know each other very well, and we're very excited for the fixture ahead and what's to come in the season.
So SACS played Bishops in the last SACS tournament. You lost. How are you going to change that this time?
Well, game by game. Every game's different. We'll play it as it comes. Unfortunately, we didn't want to lose, but that's sport. Take it as it comes, game by game. We'll go again today. We'll try a new tactic. Hopefully it works this time.
And from you?
I think this is a totally different fixture because the tides have been rustled up a whole lot. So anything can happen today. It's got nothing to do with the previous season, so we're looking to build on a new beginning and a new base, and hopefully we can win this fixture and take the momentum into Saints tournament and the season ahead.
Yeah, we've got the St. Stithians tournament coming up as well. How are you feeling about that?
Very excited actually. Got a lot of nice young talents, so it's going to be very exciting to see how they play and perform together. It's very, very exciting, I will say.
Great. Last words from you?
Yeah, just regards to the Saints tournament, we've had a very good buy-in from the side, so we're very excited to see what everyone can do and how we can perform and play for each other.
Wonderful, guys. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So Matt, let's go through the team list that we've got for Bishops. Number 1, Will Ross. Number 2, Joe Kirsten. Number 3, Nicholas Steinhagen. I heard his name coming up in the recent Melia Cup, the under-15 tournament. Dean Snedden, who's the brother, I believe, of the coach, Brett Snedden. Number 5 is Matt Lowe. Number 6, Jock Buchanan. Number 7, a familiar name at Bishops, the Bruchasen family again, Luke Bruchasen. Number 8, Mike Ford. Number 9, Sam Hansen. Number 10, Niall Mahoney. Number 11, Johnny Roche. 12 is Jake Stewart. And number 13, Adam Duval. So, Matt, have you heard anything about these guys? What are your intel on the team?
The guy that I'm really interested to see is Adam Duval, the number 13 and under 15 from Bishops, playing his first game today. And by all accounts, a very tall and very good goalkeeper. There we have the SACS first team players today. We hear that their captain Dawson is not playing, and it's shown on the team sheet. They're the goalie, 1, Keegan Pelliser. Number 2, Andrew Good. Number 3, Philip Nobriga. Number 4, Luke Button. Number 5, Josh Lane. 6, Oliver Hartley. 7, Nick Rightford. 8, James Davis. 10, Nandor Desi. And number 12, Ross van Breda. The referee is just giving us final preparations, and while the teams are doing that, we will just go to see what the SACS coach and captain had to say prior to this match.
So the SACS team won the SACS tournament. You're basically playing with no matrics. So basically, how has this affected your team?
So winning the SACS tournament was a great victory. It's one we haven't had in a long time at the school. We have a new look side today with 1 or 2 injuries, our captain and goalkeeper namely. But yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting game. Looking forward to implementing our new process. And yeah, we're just going to take it chaka by chaka and see how it goes.
Great. We see you're testing new combinations. How many matrics do you have left in your team at the moment?
So we're not playing with any matrics today. We've lost 7. So pulling up under 15s who just played against the Bishops under 15 side. But yeah, strong, young, quite a mobile side, and I think we're going to play some exciting water polo today.
SACS best Bishops in the semi-final in the SACS tournament. So is this a bit of a grunge game?
For me, I'm focused on our process and how we play, but I know that for the parents and for the schools, it's an important game.
And just lastly, we've got the St. Stithians tournament coming up. Give us your thoughts on that.
So obviously we won that last year as well, and that was one of our best victories, I thought. But for this tournament, I think we're just building for next year, trying to improve the team, yeah, and see how we can do.
So basically, without any matrics, you've got a strong team for next year. Are we going to be seeing more of you winning tournaments?
We have a very young side, and for us, we never focus on winning tournaments. It's always game by game, chaka by chaka, and just working on improving our process. And yeah, growing together.
Perfect. Thank you.
It's going to be quite interesting to see how the younger guys coming through in the SACS outfit cope with the pace of water polo at first team level. Immediately you can see Bishops putting a lot of pressure on early on.
So SACS playing off the M zone and scoring on the first attack.
Yeah, certainly a good start for Bishops number 10 now, Mahoney. Yeah, I'm sure that'll do them a lot of confidence scoring on the first attack.
Interestingly, the SACS going with the M zone, not afraid to let Mahoney, the right-hander, shoot from the right-hand side. Let's see if they change anything going forward into a press or if they stick with that defence.
Yeah, I think it was clear he was just given too much space there. So let's see how they.
Here we have an exclusion. Nando Desi drawing the exclusion on the drive into the centre. It looks like Joe Kirsten that was excluded.
Oh, lovely finish there from Nando Desi. That'll do the world of good for the SACS effort.
So that's both defences conceding first up, albeit Bishops on extra man. Interestingly there, SACS choosing not to set up the extra man, playing from the 3-3 formation with a shot fairly early on from the outside. SACS once again in the M zone. You can see Desi splitting the top, encouraging the drive from Bishops. And we've got a different right-hander.
A lot of space in here from the right side. Mike Ford working hard in the hole there, hoping to get the ball to him.
And Bishops, that defence has done exactly what SACS wanted to. The Bishops guys, 2 of their players out on halfway. They've now got 3 in their own half of the pool, notwithstanding that they're still on attack here. Shot's going to come down the centre of the cage.
Good defence from SACS. They're really not giving Bishops a quality opportunity.
Let's have a look at what SACS are trying to do in the other end. Bishops look like they're into a press, not too worried about the centre forward play.
And a good steal by number 11 for Bishops.
Pass probably made slightly too early. Kirsten didn't have too much space in front of his man. Probably the ball over the shoulder, a lot more difficult to finish than if it had come from a teammate in line with him or in front of him. We've got a minor foul there, just on the 2 meters. SACS attacking. Here's the drive from the top. Kirsten maybe excluded again. That's his second in short succession.
Yeah, that was a good drive from number 12, Van Bredar, putting pressure on the defender and getting the exclusion.
So now we see SACS have decided to set up. They've got no left-hander, but maybe Desi once again.
And a good finish. Good finish from Nando Desi, having a strong first quarter here.
It looks like, Duncan, that they're going to rely on him from the outside quite a bit today. He seems to have the confidence to shoot the ball, and shooting the ball fairly well at the moment.
Yep. Any player's got to be happy with 2 goals in the first few minutes of the game.
Let's see if SACS go for the M zone again. Bishop's probably a bit tight on their attack, a bit narrow. There's a deep drop from the SACS number 8. And Ford drawing the exclusion, notwithstanding the attention of 3 SACS players. That's a great play from him. Bishop's now with an opportunity on extra man. They've gone into 3-3, and they score from the
Lovely
left-hand
finish
side.
there from Sam Hansen. So off to a cracking start here. Lots of goals, lots of action. 2-2 at the 4-minute 30 mark.
Interesting, Duncan, that both teams not really playing the ball on 2 meters on extra man in that 4-2 or even the 3-3 setup, preferring the wider setup with a shot from the outside.
Yeah, I mean, well, so far it's working. You know, both teams are scoring goals.
A counter-attack opportunity for Bishop's going the other way. Bishop's catching the drive in front. There's another shot from the outside.
Yeah, great use of the legs there by number 11, Johnny Roche. Really pumping himself out the water and coming up for a great shot.
You can see he beat the SACS goalkeeper with a fake to the near corner and then just sticking it past him to the outside.
So 3-2 to Bishops. Bishops take a very narrow lead.
With half of the first quarter having been played, SACS still battling to set up their attack.
A lot
Loose passes from the outside.
A lot of pressure coming from Bishops on the tight mark, and they're into the transition.
That's the third steal by my count that Bishops have made with a loose pass from SACS.
Yeah, I think that might be with the inexperience of some of these SACS players at this level. A lot of turnovers coming in the first quarter here.
Desi lining up a counter attack if this Bishops attack doesn't result in a goal.
It's good patience from Bishops there.
And a great finish.
Fantastic. Great patience from Bishops there, and Mikey Ford showing his quality there with a great score from the 2 meter.
SACS would probably be disappointed given how low the shot clock was. Another 3 more seconds of work from the centre back and the goalkeeper, and that goal might have been kept out, but take nothing away from the centre forward.
As you can see here, Mikey Ford, and in the top corner, right on the buzzer. Excellent play. So SACS really need to do something to not let Bishops start running away with this game. 4-2 currently. They have the ball in possession. Let's hope they're patient and do something constructive with it.
And there's another turnover from SACS. A pass probably not the greatest to the right-hand side, but well dealt with by Bishops. And here they are on the counter again.
Ford on the ball again, and a beautiful finish.
And
Beating the goalkeeper to his right-hand side.
Ford really taking control of this game, showing his strength and earning himself a break, probably for the remainder of the quarter, given there's 2:50 left. And with a 3-goal advantage, he can afford to get out of the pool for a bit.
Yeah, Matt, you really feel like the next few attacks are extremely important for SACS.
See, SACS have shifted Desi to the right-hand side, maybe for a bit of better ball control. He's finding himself pushed out. He's into his own half.
Ball on the top. What are they going to do with this? Oh, and again, another turnover. This is costing SACS.
That's Ross van Bedar getting caught in possession.
Let's see if SACS can calm their nerves with a good defense here.
They're straight into the M zone again, so they're not backing off of that. And there's a save for the SACS keeper. They should have a counter going the other way. They do. Okay, they're going to force the ball to him. They have. See how
could
this
be
results.
something here. And in the end, easy one for the goalkeeper to handle.
Andrew Good was on that left-hand post, and if the ball just could have found his way across to him, De Nobrega, if he could have got that pass away, that might have been a better result.
Again, SACS backing their deep M zone here, trying to force the pressure for the players on the outside.
So the first wide shot that Bishops have had, not touching the goalkeeper or the frame.
Yeah, their finishing certainly has been very good this first quarter, and they have 5 goals to show for it.
Bishops probably just focusing on defense now, not looking to give SACS anything in this last couple of minutes. 3 possessions left in the game.
Nando Desi on the ball. Let's see if he can do something to add to his 2 goals.
Here's a drive. A referee calling the ball underwater.
So just over a minute left in the first quarter. Bishops firmly have the upper hand here.
Oh, it was great positional play there.
And SACS with an exclusion, number 2.
Andrew Good excluded there. Some great work by Sam Hansen. Bishops started in the 4-2, now in the 3-3, but still the shot from the outside.
Wow.
And a great finish by Niall Mahoney.
Beautiful finish.
He opened the quarter with the first goal, and he's got Bishops' latest goal. They move into a handy 6-2 lead.
This is looking very strong for Bishops. They're really forcing their experience, I guess, coming into play here. And you can see on the replay, just a beautiful finish. Keeper hasn't got a chance to save that.
Also, Duncan, what I like about that is the option is from in front of the goals as a right-hander just to the left-hand side, and giving himself every opportunity to score that goal. Is a good option into the right, a good decision to shoot, and good execution.
And again, back to live play, and another steal by Bishops. Their defence is really choking the SACS effort out. Just got just over 20 seconds left in the quarter. Bishops with a very strong position at 6-2 up.
You think Bishops back their attack here to get another one in the quarter, or are they just going to hold the ball out?
Well, I think they're brimming with confidence. I would not be surprised if we see some action here. And there we go. Another good finish. So, Matt, the SACS coach certainly got some influence to play at the break.
Yeah, let's have a look at this goal again. After the foul, a pick-up and beaten at the near post. A great finish from Bishops. And that'll end the corner.
And that's quarter time. So, Matt, give us your impressions of the game so far.
Yeah, Duncan, I think the first thing is the SACS coach, I think they've got to move away from a defense, the current defense they're playing. They're probably giving the Bishops guys too much time, and with a lot of confidence, as you said, they're slotting the ball past the goalkeeper with ease. Maybe change things up, get into a bit of a press, back your defense a bit more. In terms of the Bishops guys will be brimming with confidence, I imagine. Snedden very happy with that quarter, and just making sure, plug the holes on his defensive end. Probably stay tight with Desi, and they've looked pretty comfortable on that end of the pool.
Yeah, I think SACS really need to think about their defence. The confidence is just building and building and building within the Bishops, and I think I'd be very wary of letting them too much space on the outside, because the shots are all going in. We've hardly seen any that have missed, and I think maybe a change of strategy is required. The Bishops coach, as you can see on screen, Brett Snedden, he must be thrilled. I think this lead was something he would have taken 100 times out of 100.
A very nice position to be in. He's got the difficult decision of who to play. Probably give some of his less experienced players a start to the quarter. Becomes managing game time for him now. Choosing the right times to get the right people in the pool. Doesn't have to burden any of his stars in particular.
Yeah, and it remains, an opportunity for these young SACS players. This is a young team. We have seen there's been a few guys who they're missing today as well. But I think good opportunity for the youngsters. You got to learn at this level, and you got to try and match up to it. So I'm hoping they're going to come out really, really strong in the second quarter.
Well, it is all about learning, isn't it? I mean, the result is nice, but it is really more about the learning and the development of skills, etc., testing yourself under pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've almost getting to the stage of not much to lose here. So let's hope the SACS come out with a real bit of fight in the next quarter.
But SACS have again set up that M zone, encouraging the Bishops players to shoot from the outside. Let's see, there's a drive from the right-hand side, drive down, and a great option to shoot.
Referee calling the ball was out. And
Desi gone the other way. So that is the aim of that M zone defense, to place a lot of pressure on Bishops with if they miss, you score the other way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Desi being called for ball underwater there.
Yeah, but as you say, the M zone strategy almost coming off there and giving them a nice counter-attack opportunity.
Well, what they really need is some cheap goals, giving away nothing at the one on their side, and to score some easy goals up the other end.
Yeah, and you can see a replay of that almost went in as well. SACS escaping a narrow one there.
SACS into set play. That's the first time that from set play they seem to have drawn any sort of action.
There was strong play from Denobrega up front. You could see him working really hard there. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize this time, but that'll give them some confidence, knowing that the exclusions are coming. When they get the right ball into the centre forward, exclusions will follow.
So that shot wide, and Bishops on attack again. SACS sitting in their deep M zone. Desi lining up and attack the other way. Bishops with the drive through, and this has been some great play by Bishops, notwithstanding the finish. They're getting the shot from the strong side. They've covered off on the counter attack from SACS, or they should have had that covered.
Yeah, it was good defence by Ross van Breda there, getting the block in. And again, SACS just not able to convert up front. Some good opportunity being created by some strong positive play, but unfortunately didn't come off for them. Yeah, Matt, you indicated a few seconds ago, Bishops are getting opportunities on their strong side of the pool, down the left-hand side, which has got to be a worry, especially with a young goalkeeper.
Let's see, there's the zone coming into play. Bishops probably trying to force the pass, and let's see if SACS can turn this into a goal. On the counter attack, covered off by the Bishops players.
Bishops have left one player, Joe Kirsten, right up, as we call it, the cockroach, waiting for SACS to make a mistake. Let's hope they can convert here. That'd really be good for the game. And
they do. Andrew Good with a goal in off the keeper at the near post.
Certainly going to help the SACS effort. Bishops took a gamble, left the player right up at the front of the pool, fortunately for SACS they managed to convert and bring them just one step closer to making this a really tight match.
If you're Bishops there, you probably, if you're Snedden, you're probably a bit angry that your guy didn't get back. It's 7-2 up as it was then. There's no need to be hanging around up the other end of the pool.
Yeah.
But well done by SACS to convert that opportunity, that chance that the Bishops guys gave them.
Again, the Bishops guys with a lot of time on the ball, but a good display of hands from the SACS team as well. MIKEY forward, and a nice bounce shot.
And a great finish again. You have the look at the replay now, you'll see the delayed shot bouncing off his defender to create some space, and then able to stick it away into the left-hand corner.
You can see good hands from the SACS guys in the replay. Ball in the hole, and a slow bounce shot.
As a goalkeeper, I can tell you that's slower ball with a bounce, very difficult to save. Your anticipation is for a quick one from 2 meters, and sometimes that pace off the ball just makes it that much more difficult.
Yeah, and again, Bishops really rock solid defense. Number 9, Sam Hansen, just managing to strip the ball off his opponent, and Bishops back on attack.
It's Ford again with a shot from centre.
Yeah.
Coming off the crossbar, regathered by SACS, but the foul.
The SACS coach will probably be a bit worried that even with 2 players really putting a lot of pressure on him, he's still getting the shots away. The last 2 attacks, he's both managed to get a shot from the centre forward position. Strong work by Denobriga.
Here's the exclusion.
Forward.
So SACS in a 3-3 setup and firing from the outside. Van Breda.
Lovely body position, good balk. Hopefully we'll get a replay shortly.
So what are we looking here at with this shot, Duncan? You've shot from the outside a few times in your career.
Well, I think what I've been impressed with is the legs. You know, he gets up nice and high and waits for the spot. A lot of patience there, didn't lose his body position, managed to keep the ball behind his head and just waited for the gap to open, and it did.
So here we got SACS persisting with their M zone. You've got the drive, and that's the forest of arms that they have to try and get through now. You can see at least 3 SACS defenders with hands in the air in front of the goals, trying to assist their goalkeeper as much as possible.
Still too much time being given to the Bishops, I feel. Okay,
And SACS need to look forward, but they're going to miss out on their opportunity. That's the opportunity the M zone created with the counter attack. Well read by Bishops on defense.
And a turnover.
Mid-pool turnover. An elbow caught an attacking player.
And Mike Ford just showing his dominance. The referee judged that it was done illegally, but you can see he's really brimming with confidence after several goals and really a strong game
loose
so
pass
far.
from the goalkeeper, gives the ball back to Bishops. Ford in front of the goals, and this should be 9, and that's it.
Coolly done.
No
Yeah.
mistake.
Disappointing for SACS. You know, they had that possession and they gave it away quite cheaply and you know, cost themselves a goal there, as you can see in the replay. Nice and patient again. The goalkeeper really exposed, and it's a waiting game from there.
So with 2:20 left in the second quarter, Bishops really in control of this match now, and SACS probably having to take a few chances if they're going to get back in it.
Yeah, I think they really need to score next, if possible.
We've got the drive down from the left half, looking to create a mismatch, and he's straight out. We're looking for another drive, possibly to get to centre.
As you can see on screen, they're really being pushed out to the perimeter. Good drive coming in from number 8, James Davis. He's got the ball.
And if he just keeps turning there, he probably puts Mahoney in a bit of trouble. But Mahoney strong enough on his legs to only give away a minor foul. And that was a great defence there from the
Will
Bishops.
Ross.
Great,
Yeah.
good structure to that defence.
And a good save by Will Ross in goals. So coming to the last part of the second quarter, Bishops in a very strong position, 9-4. And with all the possession and to be honest, the bounce of the ball seeming to be in their favour.
SACS setting up for the heavy counter. And a save, that's what they want for their keeper. Can they go the other way? They're strong up the right-hand side of the pool. This is what they were lining up for. They got it. They got a second wave attack that's on the left-hand side. A ball too far behind. So they're going to miss out on the counter this time. Are they going into set play?
But Matt, as a goalie, he'd be happy about that. There's been a few good saves this quarter. Certainly probably calmed his nerves.
Yes, I think it's probably they've been coming from everywhere. This quarter, SACS have probably been slightly better in ensuring that the shots are coming from one location. He can focus on that, and now having made a few saves, it'll definitely do his confidence some good.
Last minute of the second quarter. Let's see who can score next, and if the picture can change.
Just as they go into the third. Desi attacking.
And that's one of
Kirsten
those
on the
goals
left-hand
as a coach that Jesse Singer's really got to be feeling that one. That hurt. From the 2 metre on the right hand side of the pool, those are the ones you kind of hope are going to stay out.
Let's have a look here at the replay. He drives in. Desi tries to come across to, and it's a backflip, and that really is the keeper's ball. If he's being put under pressure there from the defender coming across, right-hander on the right-hand side, expect the keeper to have that. His hands probably too long in the water. He needs to get his hands out a bit higher and expect the attacker to do something.
Desi on the ball again. You can see that Bishop's press really pushing them almost towards the halfway line. Ball in the hole.
It's Mahoney excluded.
Let's see what SACS can do here. Really, really desperate for a goal.
Their last
Desi.
possession.
And you've got to think, Matt, possibly a little bit too eager there. Didn't really move the ball around too much.
Yes, we did. In speaking to the SACS coach before the game, they did say it was something that we were going to try and do, score early on the extra men. But reading the game situation and the clock, that he probably should have taken more time with that, because 10-5, very different picture than going in possibly 11-4 here at the end of this quarter.
Yeah, you can see SACS have blocked the hole. And an easy
Keeping
save
that
for
out,
Palliser.
and some nervous times at the end of that quarter, but SACS keeping it out. And that means Bishops will go into half-time with a 6-goal advantage, leading 10-4.
Yeah, I think it's been a good one so far. Certainly, I think Snedden will be the happier of the two coaches. And again, Matt, I don't know what you think, but the ball just seeming to bounce in Bishop's favour this last two quarters.
Yeah, but as Gary says, you create your own luck. I think they've done very well. They've shot at the right times. They haven't wasted their shots. A lot of their shots inside the frame, and as a result, the scoreboard showing quite handily in their favour.
Matt, tell me from what you've seen from SACS, what would be your advice if you were in the team talk at the moment?
Well, it's a difficult one. I think you've got to plug the holes where it's the leaking of goals that is killing them. Can't expect to win a game. You can just see they're giving the style of play is allowing Bishops a lot more shots. They've had 22 shots at goal. That's mainly because of the zone that SACS have been playing. I think they've got to move away, change their style, probably get into a press, put a bit more pressure on those guys taking the shots, decrease the number of shot attempts, and then up the other side of the pool, they're probably going to, have to get to their front line to 2 meters so that they can bring their back line from their own half into a shooting position so that they can increase their shot attempts.
As you look at the screen, one stat that catches my eye is the 100% power play success rate from Bishops. As someone who's seen a fair amount of power plays, or extra man as we call them, 100% is not something you typically see. What are your comments on that?
Yeah, so the extra man, I mean, they haven't been placed under too much. I mean, they've only had 2. Which they've scored, so in gross numbers they've scored the same amount, but yeah, I mean, I think SACS would be more disappointed with their extra man defense than anything amazing that Bishops will have done on their power plays.
Matt, great to have these stats brought to you by iSports Analysis, and the analyst always helps making sense of the game, so thanks to those guys for supporting this. Third quarter about to start. Absolutely beautiful day down here in Cape Town. Great conditions for sport of any kind. And I'm eager to see what kind of changes both coaches bring out. Obviously, the Bishops guys in a much more comfortable position, so potentially time to give their bench a bit more water time.
I see as we swim off here, Duncan, there has been a change in the Bishops goalkeeping department. They're under 15, Adam Duval in the pool.
And that's just a signal for the confidence of where they're sitting at the moment.
At 10-4 up, to give your under 15, your second year goalkeeper an opportunity to face another under first team, ideal position. Some early turnovers both ways at the start of this third quarter. Andrew Good doing Joe Kirsten doing some good work on defense there for Bishops.
Yeah, some great strong defence there, just kind of stifling any opportunities that SACS seem to be creating. Got Sam Hansen on the ball. And again, Bishops with a beautiful finish. Everything just seems to be going in. Hopefully we'll get a replay on that one. A lovely, nicely timed bounce shot.
Sam Hansen a lot of time on the ball, as we were saying at half-time. SACS persisting with this defense, and as a result, the shooter having a lot of time on the ball.
Yeah, you really see that channel to the goalie's right really wide open. So I question, SACS possibly need to change things up and not give the Bishop shooters who are brimming with confidence so much time.
And Desi doing his part. He's drawn an exclusion on the drive. That's now Mahoney with his second ejection of the game. SACS at 50%. They're probably on their power play status. And there's a goal from Bradar. We've seen his shooting ability earlier in the game. And this one the same.
Yeah, this guy's one to watch. I saw him a few weeks ago in the Melia Cup. Had a very, very strong tournament, his own age group, but now he's got 2 goals in at senior level, and I think he's probably going to be quite happy with his game so far.
Another little hesitation, drawing the keeper across to the near post and then sticking it away in the far corner. A turnover from Bishop, and another turnover from SACS this time. Forward in front of the goals. Strong shot, but hitting the bar. That gets SACS off the hook.
SACS in possession. Need to use the ball wisely.
Pass across the field to Desi. They're probably forcing the ball there to their stronger player.
Look like they're rotating the hole a bit, rotating the centre forward.
This is great if they can get the ball in. He's got position, but a strong steal from Bishops.
Bishops number 9, Sam Hansen, had a good game. He scored a 1 goal, I think, and he's had a very strong defensive game.
The SACS seem to be worried about forward, and they keep out the long shots this time, but there's no counter-attack.
Another nice save for Keegan Pelliser. And again, Bishops have left 1 player up in defence, so SACS have really got to use this opportunity wisely.
They've got it to one of their stronger players, and that hasn't gone in.
This
as
could
we've
be
got
something
anyone
up the middle of the
covering,
pool.
this may cost them.
Yeah, and there's a lesson there for all young players watching there. If you're going to take the gamble of leaving a player up the field, defenders really need to firstly be aware of it, and then if you feel like it's time to shoot, there have to be other players covering. You could see SACS were exposed there. And then again, I guess Mikey Ford capitalising again. He's having a cracker of a game.
He'll be very happy with his return at the way this is going.
SACS retaining possession.
Bishops shutting down the SACS attack here. Forcing the shot from the right-hander on the right wing. And now with a counter-attack up the left-hand side of the pool. Let's see if they can exploit it.
None other than Mr. Ford again.
Oh, great option to go back across with a pass, drawing the defender.
It's a really mature play.
And Mahoney with a back shot, slingshot into the near corner. Difficult as a right-hander to receive that ball on the left-hand side, especially with the defender coming across from the right-hand side.
Change of personnel from both teams, making sure that everyone's fresh, everyone's getting a good shot at it. Van Breda on the ball. Under a lot of pressure from a very, very good Bishops tight mark. SACS, you can see them trying to drive through, but you're just not able to convert into conclusions or into goals. And again, Bishops just right on their game defensively today. Joe Kirsten on the ball. Good steal from Van Bedar. SACS back in position.
So with 3 minutes left in the quarter, Bishops having held SACS scoreless, or to 1 goal in this quarter, but having scored 3 themselves, they're really in full control here. Another loose pass by SACS.
And Mahoney again making another steal. I think he's had about 4 or 5 of those.
The awareness from Bishops just looks a little higher than the SACS boys. Would that be fair to say? And we have an exclusion at the centre. That's Desi getting excluded.
I think it's a combination of a few things, Matt. I think they just look more powerful, more aware, and I think this is a game that SACS have to embrace as a learning opportunity. They've got to put their young players in, and they've got to really just try and get some constructive, some positives out of the game.
Yeah, you can't replicate match situations, so that's what they'll be looking to do from here, is just get those reps in, learn from every attack. SACS coach Jesse Singer having called a timeout. I'm not sure if he's trying to take advantage of anything in particular here. No exclusion seems to have been called.
I think it's really important just to keep them positive, and just keep them trying to be constructive. You know, the Bishops press has stifled just about everything they've tried to do, and they've got to come up with a few answers to it. So I think it's just a timeout just to pull the guys together and say, let's try and form some constructive plays up front. Let's try and do something. Let's maybe rotate the hole, rotate the centre forward. But they've got to really try and do something just to change this picture up.
And it's really about getting that front line to 2 meters. As you said, if they can get that front line to 2 meters, that'll bring Van Breda and their shooters, Desi, etc., from the outside, who've shown they can score when they get the opportunities. But they've really got to get into shooting range, and Bishop's just been too good at stifling that.
Exactly. When they start getting pushed out towards a 7, 8, 9 meter, it's going to be difficult for those shots to come off. But as you say, if they can get some players down on 2 meter, bringing the whole attack up, that's when the goals are going to start going in. I've been quite impressed with SACS. They've been very, very good on the drive. Unfortunately, the ball hasn't come, or they haven't gotten the right position, but they've been very proactive on the drive.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't seem to be a lack of energy. They're not sitting static.
Joe Kirsten just
stealing the
all
ball
over it
there.
there.
Oliver Hartley battling with that pressure from Kirsten.
Oh, lovely finish. A lovely finish to add to another strong attack from Bishops.
Yeah, and a great piece of individual play. For firstly, the steal on the outside, and that after a timeout from the SACS coach, and converting it into a goal the other way.
Watch the replay here, Matt. Just nice, calm play, brimming with confidence. The SACS goalkeeper will probably be unhappy with that when he sees the replay. Needs to keep those arms up.
So SACS have an opportunity on attack here, and it shows you there Nobrega on 2 meters and drawing the exclusion of Matt Lowe. SACS into their 3-3. A shot from the top again.
Here's a chance.
And a great save
save
by the keeper. Well, the Bishop's keeper beaten on the first shot, saved by the post, and then a fantastic reaction save. Let's have a look at it again.
Good opportunity for SACS, and just unfortunately coming off the inside of the post.
Yeah, great hands in the air, not beaten over his head.
And another good save by Keegan Pellissier. Some action up front. Number 4 for Bishops being excluded. So
That's
again, the SACS
on the
proactive
drive.
on the drive. Yeah, exactly.
It's fantastic, the work rate, but can they convert? Forcing the ball down the right-hand side, probably looking, that pass needed to be cleaner. SACS sitting in their 3-3 attack, no one on the post. Needs to shift the ball one more. Desi needs to get to 2 meters. And the referee judging that Matt Lowe had indeed stuck the ball over.
What a beautiful lob from Desi.
Desi with silky smooth touch.
Looking forward to the replay on this one. He's really, as you said, probably not in the best position to find himself, but just showing his quality, a lovely lob, and one of the finer skills. You'll watch the goalkeeper probably got sucked into the near corner trying to block the hard shot, and it comes over. Beautiful lob.
So both teams ringing a few changes as there's 1 minute left in the quarter. Bishop's undoubtedly very happy with their 8-goal advantage.
Yeah, the bench looking pretty calm, as you would expect.
It's SACS not taking too many risks. You see them trying to play a tight press, and that's a great goal there from the outside with Luke BRUCHASEN. A fantastic shot.
Yeah, Bishops will be happy. A lot of the score sheet looks fairly even amongst all their players. So everyone's had a good game. It hasn't been one star who's bagged 6 or 7. It's been a fairly consistent and balanced effort.
That said, Mikey Ford seems to have dominated up front for them. He's sort of laid the foundation.
Certainly.
At 2 meters. May have gotten a couple of cheap goals on the cockroach along the way too.
Here's some action. Number 11, I think, from Bishops excluded. And another opportunity for SACS. Trying the 3-3 formation. Again, Matt, that 2 meter line is really something they need to try and get their plays down to and really bring the whole attack up.
Yeah, here's from Bradar with the hesitation.
Lovely shot.
You called it last time, and it's a repeat. The hesitation first time, sucking the keeper to the near post and then sticking it away. Some great legs shown there.
You'll see in the replay, and for those young players watching, you'll see how he keeps the ball really firmly behind his head, always in a strong shooting position. Waits for the gap to come. As you can see, the defenders are initially good, but in the end finds his spot, and he's having a good game.
So last possession of the third quarter. Bishop's in control, and at 8 goals to the good, there shouldn't be a problem. And there's the turnover.
Come on, SACS. Let's see something in the last 14 seconds here.
If they can find the ball up the right-hand side of the pool, there's a drive coming down the centre that can take advantage of.
5 seconds to do
Here
something
it
with
is.
this ball.
Can they get the ball to the
And
left
it's
post?
Van again.
Shot
had to come.
Slightly wayward, but it's as you say, it had to come. I mean, they need to take more shots at goal.
So end of the third quarter, Bishops maintaining their advantage, 15-7. Matt, what would you be saying if you were the SACS coach at this point?
I think you've got to start taking some chances. If the result is what you're after, that may not have been the plan for today, but I think unless you're practicing something specific, they've shown a commitment to the M zone.
Would you persist with the defence?
I think you've got to push into a tight press. Maybe his worry is that their guys are maybe a bit light. They're getting dominated on their own press anyway, or when they're trying to attack. So, but the defence that they're playing hasn't. I mean, Bishops have scored 5 every quarter thus far. So the shots from the outside, it's not like they're gaining any advantage from that. So change things up, put them under a bit of pressure, and maybe look to send a few guys early from defence. Take a few chances and see if you can narrow that scoreline.
Yeah, I guess it's at that stage of the game where, 15-7, do we try and have a big effort in the first few minutes and try and close that gap down? As you say, take a few more risks. The score has probably run away too far from them now. But if they can get 2 or 3 goals early on, they might be able to put a little bit of pressure on Bishops in this last quarter.
So Bishops lined up and ready. SACS still with some things to chat about on the side of the pool.
To be fair, probably more to chat about. Bishops must be brimming with confidence. They've been really excellent on defence and on attack. The goals seem to have been going in. I think SACS have really put their hand up though in some departments. Some of their players, Desi and Van having really strong games, some nice goals for each of them. And as I said before, their their swimming there, their kind of effort on the drive has been good, just possibly lacking some finish.
So SACS into their M zone again. The ball on the right-hand side for Bishops, having won the swim-off. They get the first attack of this quarter. Very important for SACS to keep them out from a confidence point of view, and if they're going to put any sort of pressure. Using the clock nicely, Bishops, and the shot from 2 meters out on Jake Stewart.
Yeah, you got the sense there that SACS were trying to send their players a little bit early and trying to take those risks that we were talking about. Unfortunately, if you leave someone with so much space, I think you're probably going to get punished.
Yeah, I'd prefer that from a tight press rather than from the zone. The movement from the zone position, just leaving the attacker with too much time to do what he wants. Whereas a press, you're probably a lot closer to him. But there's the action up front. An exclusion, Mahoney, I think that's his third from the game. Desi again drawing the exclusion. So everything's come really through him or Van Breda for much of this game. Relying quite heavily on him.
Pulling it out into 3-3. And again, possibly the timing of the shot needed to find the open player there under a little bit of pressure.
So let's see, Bishop's on the counter attack now. Covered off by SACS
players on the ball.
Space on the right hand side, he's found him.
And the referee awarding a 5-meter penalty.
You could hear Jesse Singer warning his player Denobriga to leave him. Not allowed to climb on someone's back.
And well finished by Jock Buchanan. So Bishop's making the move here in the fourth quarter. 2 goals already.
Bishop's staying in that high press. The drive coming down from SACS as we've seen all game.
You can see where the ball position is now, almost at the very perimeter of the pool. Just that shows you the Bishop's press.
And another exclusion
SACS
on the drive.
SACS doing a lot better this exclusion to try and keep the players down on 2 meters. Desi's open on the left-hand side. Van Breda with a nice finish, probably aided by the half block. But nonetheless, 4 goals to his account this game. Good for SACS to get one back.
Yeah, we see it on the replay. And having gone to his right a couple of times, he now decides to go to his left, and ends in the same result. Albeit
again,
with
nice
a
body
block.
position. For the younger players watching out there, great body position, keeping the ball nice and high, staying on his legs, and staying in a really strong, powerful position throughout.
Some changes after that goal from the SACS personnel. Bishop's on attack. They're really crowded whole position, and that referee probably got that one wrong given the number of players.
Yeah, Bishops can probably count themselves quite lucky to have retained that ball. A lot of attention from 2 SACS defenders.
Bishop's now on the 4-2, drifting into 3-3, but finding themselves inside 2 meters and therefore offside. And another discipline exclusion, number 8.
Jesse Singer, SACS coach, calls a timeout. Probably going to just put in some structural cues for the players.
I think Ford will be disappointed with that. They weren't under any particular pressure going up the left-hand side of the pool. And he finds himself excluded.
Yeah, you ask yourself in a tighter game, there's those kind of exclusions when you ride up on attack, those will cost you. So, yeah, definitely still something to work on for the Bishops guys. Though he's been excellent today, but probably wants to avoid those, especially with the big tournaments coming up. Matt, tell us a bit about the Stays tournament happening in a few weeks.
Yeah, so up at St. I believe, hosted by them. I don't know what SACS obviously won it last year. I think on this showing they're probably not favourites to going up there, but with Bishops with the team that they've got, I imagine they'll be pressing quite hard at the pointy end of that one.
Yeah, they're looking good. Certainly, confidence is high. As I said before, there's a lot of players who've contributed today. There's been MIKEY Ford. You've had some great defensive and attacking play from Joe Kirsten.
Mahoney stuck
Mahoney,
a couple early, so
Hansen. These are all names who've been really, really strong today. So the referee's got us going again. SACS with the ball.
And they're in their man up in the power play, and they're playing the 3-3. They've moved into a 4-2 situation, so the hole should really be on the front line. A shot from the wing. That's Nick Rightford.
He'll be happy with that. We haven't seen too much action from him, and I'm sure he'll be very pleased with getting his goal today.
Interestingly, playing on the right-hand side, but then for the extra man playing down the left, and scoring that one past the defender at the near post.
Another exclusion. Bishops now with a good opportunity to extend their advantage closer, and the score starting to creep up towards 20.
So we didn't see Duncan a lot of exclusions in the first half, many more in the second. What do you think that's a result of? Players tiring a bit and hands in the water on the drive?
Probably from a SACS perspective, they're probably a bit rattled. They're probably watching the scoreboard and just starting to doubt themselves and maybe being a bit more forceful on defence.
Some great work.
Some great work. Unfortunately, didn't result in any conclusive result, but certainly some strong leg play. And again, as we saw in the first quarter,
both players expecting the whistle there. Denobriga coming up, finding the referee hadn't blown for anything, and so taking advantage to stick one in the back of the net.
And that's nice for SACS. Two goals back to back. Let's hope they can keep this going for a few more.
And here's the big turn from Bishops, but he didn't know that there was a SACS player right behind him.
And another goal for Bishops. Number 7.
And here's the Nobriga's goal. You can see a little look to the referee, and while that replay was being shown, as Duncan says, Bishop scored one themselves. So 3 minutes 40 left in the match. And here's the Bishop's goal, 2 meters.
So here you've got SACS in possession. Denobriga really fighting hard at centre forward, but unfortunately more out in the 5 metre.
Some great defense there from Bishops. They're really putting a lot of pressure on those SACS passes.
Yeah, Luke Bruchhasen's been really good this last quarter. The last 2 quarters I've noticed him.
They're moving the ball effortlessly up the other way. Unfortunately, a loose pass there is intercepted.
And SACS with possession again. 3.5 minutes to go. Bishops 18, SACS 10. A very high scoring game. Probably a far cry what you would have seen in the first term. As mentioned, this is the young crop coming through the stairs, as we call them. Some new combinations being played.
So Bishops on attack again into the last 3, just about to go 3 minutes left in the game. And interestingly, SACS have decided to go tight. I don't know if this is by default or if it's planned. Bishops drawing the exclusion at centre. Maybe that's what the zone was there to protect.
Yeah, now Mahoney with some good work there in the centre forward position. And another good save by Pelsier.
Some great pressure. Number 6 from Bishop, Jock Buchanan.
Yeah, disappointing for a goalkeeper, Matt. You'd done the hard work up front, made the save, and then probably just let the ball get too close to the attacker.
Yeah, there's
nice
probably some inexperience on his side, as you say. There's a little bit of panic. Easiest thing there to do is just kick it, throw it away, give away a corner. Here's the penalty. Well finished penalty into the side netting. Nothing the keeper could do about that.
SACS with the ball, Deshi again. And that Bishop's pressure is just relentless.
And with the counter the other way. So with SACS doing all the driving, that's going to leave the top players from Bishops with time on a press to go attack. Great defense there by Desi getting up. So that's after having the ball stolen on the left half to make it back to steal the counter attack, prevent the counter attack. So that's some great work on defense.
Really good play. And again, Matt, you can see the first players there are sitting around the 5 meter mark. They really need to be towards close to 2.
They need to drag the SACS attack up. Fortunately, Bishop's probably just too strong for them, too heavy. Has some good work at centre forward.
In the centre forward position.
If he can move quickly, De Nobraga's free. Can't get away from the attentions of Jake Stewart.
This Bishop's press has just been really impressive today, hey Matt. And there we go, a goal from number 6, Oliver Hartley. So a nice one for SACS. Some good work from the whole. They're really working hard, but as you saw, that Bishop's press has been phenomenal today.
The interesting thing is when SACS have been able to get to 2, they've been rewarded for that, either with goals from 2 meters or the shots from the outside. It's really where Bishops have been able to push that front line out that SACS haven't found any value. A great back shot there. And that is the 3rd penalty.
The Bishop centre forwards really are weighing in and really forcing a lot of pressure on the SACS guys today. Number 6, Jock Buchanan on the penalty.
See if he goes the same way. He's changed it up. It was read by the goalkeeper, but too much power. His earlier penalty was to his left.
Yeah, as you said, changing it up nicely. A lot of these players have seen each other before, so important that you vary your game.
A great opportunity there for De Nobrega if he could have collected that ball and brought it down in front of him.
So 1 minute 30 left in this game. Bishops 20, SACS 11.
So as Bishops, you just hold the ball here, or would you just keep going? I suppose there's no pressure from the scoreboard. No reason to stop playing as you have been.
Number 11 for Bishops, Johnny Roche, working really hard. Almost stole the ball back twice there in one play.
De Nobrega working well together, trying to...
2 Bishops defenders coming towards him, unfortunately just too high over the top, and Bishops might have something up front here.
Yeah, some great work on defense there by Jock Buchanan coming off of the wing. And there is an exclusion.
Jake Stewart forcing the exclusion.
Okay, do they go to the set play at 4-2?
Good patience by Bishops. You know, they're playing the ball around. Each of these guys could be shooting, but they're rather waiting for the clear position open. A nice ball to 2 meters.
They got some pressure on.
And the bounce of the ball continues to go Bishops' way. They get a corner out of it. This is BRUCHASEN on the ball.
And we're into the last 35 seconds of the game. Some great legs shown, but then the exclusion for landing on his defender.
Yeah.
Or landing on the attacker, my apologies.
Good pressure by Johnny Roche, but I do agree with you. The defender had got himself in a really good position there. Probably quite unlucky.
And see,
And
now
SACS
they're
will
led
throw
by
the dice
Desi.
here.
Can he finish this? Not much time left.
20 seconds left in the game. Let's see
Moving
what he can
himself
do
to
with
the...
this. Nice idea. The keeper was a little bit off his line. Fortunately, the execution didn't quite make it.
So Bishops with their last opportunity. 7 seconds left. Should see a shot from the outside somewhere. The SACS boys tight all round. 3 and sticking it away in the top left to end the game.
Putting it away in the top left. Yeah, that's probably
Johnny Roche.
a good symbol of the game, you know. Bishops just taking every opportunity that came. They were really strong on defence. Put so much pressure on the younger SACS players, maybe coming up from under 15 level. And I think Bishops their finishing was awesome today. You know, I don't think it came down to poor defence. I think Bishops were just really, really strong on attack.
Yeah, I agree, and that stat at halftime showed it in terms of the number of extra man, their conversion rate. It'll be interesting to have a look at the stats analysis at the end of it. I recall a lot of SACS opportunities on extra man in the second half that just probably weren't taken. At Bishops converting when they needed to and running out comfortable winners in the end.
Comfortable is a good word. Comfortable is a good word, Matt. I think they deserved their win.
So Snedden will be happy with that one in the run up to St Stithians.
Very. I think the confidence must be brimming. I think they were in all departments excellent. Their centre forwards when they got the ball, they put a lot of pressure on. They got some good exclusions. Their outside shooters were good. I think they probably called the bluff of the SACS M zone defence. Here we see the stats. You can look let's go from the top. So shot attempts, just showing the dominance there, 40 versus 28. 3 penalties again, that you can put that down to just applying more pressure. Shot efficiency was good, personal fouls more or less even. Power plays or extra men more or less even. Success rate dropped significantly, as you pointed out, Matt, on the power plays.
Yeah, Bishops will want to do some work on that. I suspect that they were scoring sort of quite easily from the outside, and so they had a few more shots. But that conversion rate is something that Sneddle will want to work on. SACS, on the other hand, at 10 power plays with their 6 goals, the majority of their goals coming from Van Breda. Off the top in that power play situation.
Matt, tell me about the steals. 9 versus 3. That seems like one of the
Well,
factors.
that's just the symptom of the pressure that they were put under. The SACS guys, they placed a lot of pressure on the SACS boys on the perimeter, and those loose passes, anything that was slightly loose, and they try to force the SACS players into some wayward passes, and then they took advantage of that.
And the steals, also just from that pressure being applied by Bishops. I think body position being one of the most vital factors in the sport of water polo. I think a lot of that just comes from stronger, better body position. And when the pass becomes a 50-50, you take it every time.
Yeah, I hope that the coaches make use of our sports analysis and the analysts' stats for this game, because there will be some very useful insights for both coaches. The steals on the side of SACS, seeing how much ball was taken away from them under pressure, and for Snedden, applying his mind to some of those extra player situations. They might come against some defenses that are a bit stronger, and their efficiency in that regard is going to have to be improved a little bit from that 25%.
Yeah, Matt, what would you say the thing that impressed you most about the Bishops team today?
I thought their physicality, their finishing was certainly right up there for me, but I thought it was about defense, so it was their physicality on defense. They really pushed that SACS team out, and then on attack they got to 2 meters and got their shooters into the game. So yeah, really impressed with that. And on the SACS side, quite impressed with the outside shooting of both Desi and Van Breda. I thought the two of them kept them in the game for as much as SACS were in the game.
Yeah, and for the young kind of guys coming through in grade 9, I think that was a huge thing for them to realise they can play at this level. I think they'd probably SACS probably unhappy with the score, but I think it was a fair reflection of the game. I think SACS did a lot of good things. They were good on the drive, had some good outside shooting. I think if they watched the match again, they would probably need to try and position it much closer up to the 2 meter in all phases of attack, both the man up and on 6-on-6 attack. They seem to be being pushed out towards the 3, 4, 5 meter, and it's really hard to score from there, Matt. I mean, you'll know as a goalkeeper, when the players are pushed out into that area, it's so much easier to defend.
Yeah, it is indeed. So SACS will have to take those lessons into the games going forward, no doubt assisted by their players who were injured or unwell, and therefore will be available for them in future games. So they were probably lacking a bit of star power, and it showed. but some great work from Bishops. You can only play what's in front of you, and I thought they did very well with that today.
Yeah. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for great to be here with you today, and it was a nice game of polo with lots of action, lots of goals.
Yeah, thank you, School Sports Live, for showing it and providing the opportunity. It was great to be here with you, and we'll see you again for the next one.
Sounds great.